Hi, Tara Malarkey here. I just have a couple moments, but I wanted to pop on and give you my favorite money hacks right now. I have some new practices that I love, and I would love to share them with you. What do you think? So 5 hacks to shifting your money today. Number 1 is, we're gonna start with the thing you don't really want to do, and then it'll get better, okay? So number 1 is forgiveness. This is one that's often overlooked. It's often overlooked, but it is so important, okay? As you want to create more abundance in your life, most of us have stories running, and a lot of them have some murky feelings attached to them. And it can be around money, and it might not even be around money. So it could be like the time your mom, when you were a kid, told you you couldn't have the doll you wanted because they didn't have the money. And you still might harbor some of that stuff, right? And not getting what you wanted. Even if your intellectual adult mind right now gets why that couldn't happen, it's important for you to just kind of do some self-assessment and go back and look at that. Now, the other piece, it might not even be around money. It could be around an old boyfriend that wasn't good to you, and you still this takes a connection with your body, right? It really takes a connection with your nervous system, because when you are connected, you can feel when you think about someone, or when you allow yourself to go, am I harboring anything still? And the first person that pops in your mind. So that's there to tell you, you still have some unresolved stuff around that. You still feel like that person did you wrong. And I'm not going to shame you for that, because likely, you deserve to feel like that. And that person was probably shitty to you. The thing is, though, that it is likely murking up your frequency for prosperity and abundance. And so you want to do the healing necessary to integrate what that experience was about. That's what's really important, okay? You want to do the healing necessary to integrate what that experience was about, because ultimately, I know it's a cliche, but everything is here to teach us something, okay? So, and that also, I want to let you know, doesn't have to take a lot of time. It really doesn't have to take a lot of time. So, forgiveness is number 1. Number 1 hack today. Just take a moment with your journal, okay? And write down if there's an old boyfriend, an ex-husband, a mom wound, and maybe the whole thing's not going to go away today, but just allow whatever needs to come up, and maybe do some ho'oponopono. You guys know ho'oponopono, this blessing which says, I love you, I'm sorry, thank you, please forgive me. On any situation that you feel like you might have some about. Okay, we're human. We're totally allowed to feel that way, but it does hold us back, okay? So number 2 is that I have this new app that I'm totally going to forget right now. I think it's called Thrive Up. So Thrive Up, what's so cool about it, guys, what's so cool, okay, there's a free version and then there is the paid version. And I didn't buy the paid version right away because I wanted to try it out. So one of the things about reprogramming your nervous system around beliefs that you might have, or kind of just negative stuff, limiting things that you hear and think about yourself, you really need to do neuroscience, right? You need to do the reprogramming, literally installing new codes into your system. And one of the great ways to do this is using affirmations, okay? I really stand for embodied healing, so I don't think that we can just do affirmations and our life is going to change, but they absolutely do help along with the other work that we're doing, okay? So this app allows you to add your affirmations, and it allows you to record your own voice saying them, and it puts it to some pretty dope background music so that it just kind of does it for you. And then later you just can hit play and hear yourself saying, money comes easily and frequently. People love to pay me. Money loves me and I love money, or whatever you want to talk about, okay? And you can only add 5, I think, on the free version. I did do the paid version, which is like $39 for the year, because I really think it works really well. And you can just play it when you're at the gym or before you go to sleep even. It kind of has this meditation, and it will go, kind of silently go off with a timer. And I think there's some other features that I really love that I'm forgetting right now, but I think it's amazing. And what we know to be true is feeding your mind, even and in your own voice, is very powerful. It's very powerful. And even though in the beginning, some of the affirmations might seem like bullshit and you're like, whatever, this isn't my life, but you really do see the change of it after a while, okay? So number 3, the third hack, is going through the process of healing limiting beliefs. So if you identify a limiting belief that you have around money, then you want to do a process to remove that limiting belief from your programming, okay? And you've probably heard this before, but we need to hear it again. Believe me, I've heard it so many times, and I'm doing this process again for myself because I'm getting to new levels. And when you start to hit new levels, guess what? You have all sets of new money blocks that come up. So one limiting belief that I have, to give you an example, is that I grew up believing that money only comes when you work hard. You got to work yourself into the ground, and that's the only way money's going to come, okay? And the problem with that especially is that I burn out, and I burn out way before I reach my goals. So I have this big goal, I start working really hard to try to accomplish it, and then I burn out and I don't reach my goal consistently. Like this has happened many times in my life. And it's because of this belief that's dictating everything. As soon as I have this goal that I get excited about, I start working really hard because I have that belief installed, and then I burn out and I shut down because I was abandoning myself doing this hustle and grind thing. So I now I know intellectually that that's not true, right? Like you can absolutely have the capacity to attract and hold higher amounts of wealth without working hard. Like the billionaires of the world, they're not hustling, grinding every single day of the week, of the hour, of the minute, of the day, okay? They're just not. So it's not law that says the harder you work, the more you earn, or the more you do, the more you're worth. The more you work, the more worthy you are. Bullshit. Total bullshit. Total bullshit. So it's like work smarter. It's like have your energy intact. That's why I'm talking about the hacks right now, because there really are energetic shifts that you can make that make this happen. Okay, getting to the process. Okay, so you want to first identify if that is a limiting belief for you. Just finding my notes. If that same limiting belief is for you, then use this. If not, install one of your own limiting beliefs, and then we're going to go through the process right now once I find my note, okay? So identify the limiting behavior that is coming from the belief. So for me, behavior was work really hard, work round the clock, work from the time I get up in the morning till the time I go to sleep. I have no time to have fun because now I'm working on a goal. So I identified limiting behavior, and then I want to isolate what the belief is. And my belief is that in order to make a lot of money, you have to work really hard. My belief was. It was. And then you want to, number 3, go back and find when you first developed that belief. So for me, it was because I mean, most of us have this programming installed because this is the way society is. But I especially saw my parents work like this, especially my mom was a single mom. And, the only thing I saw her do was work harder to try to get more money, right? So it was just like the only thing that I knew. We definitely grew up in a work hard immigrant kind of culture, family vibe. So that's when that started for me. Number 4 is ask yourself the benefits have been of holding on to this belief. How's it served you? So for this one in particular, for me, it served me because I have created a lot of success in my life, like more success than other people. And I get a lot done. So I know how to work hard and get a lot of things done. Okay. And then number 5 is ask yourself what the consequences have been of holding on to this belief. Well, for me, it's that I don't reach my goals because I have very big goals and no way that like one woman hustling, grinding are going to get to the $10 million a year business. It just doesn't happen like that. And so the consequences are that 1, I don't reach my goal. I don't reach my ultimate goal. And number 2, I abandon myself. I usually experience, I usually experience dissatisfaction with other areas of my life, like relationships and having fun, because I'm constantly focused on work, okay? So one of the questions for number 5 is, what have you missed out on? Number 6 is there any ultimate truth to this belief? Or is it just a story? So for me, it's definitely a story. And number 7 is, what would God or goddess or source or the universe tell you about this belief? So God would tell me it's bullshit and I can put it down now. And then number 8 is to choose a new thought. And start acting as if you believe the new belief, and the new reality that you choose will manifest before you know it. That's going to be in my book, by the way, that's coming out in the first quarter of 2020. So, and if you need any help, you can also let me know and we will put that somewhere, that process for letting go of limiting beliefs, okay? So the new thought that I believe is that my monetary flow has nothing to do with how hard I work. Okay, number 4 of the 5 hacks are clarity. How much do you want? So if you don't tell the universe, like if you don't tell the universe how much you want specifically, and how you, not how you want it to come, that you want to let go of, but how do you want it to come into, not how do you want it, forget that, no, clear, cancel, delete, how much. So if you're trying to manifest some money right now, right, you can't be like, just more money, please, more money. The universal forces, energy all around you that's conspiring with you needs specificity, okay? So get clear, write the fucking shit down. It's $1,000, is it $10,000, is it $20,000, is it $100,000 in a certain amount of time? And don't worry about the how. However, you do want to start listening for inspired action, because it's not going to just happen like out of the blue. I mean, it can happen out of the blue. It likely will happen in unexpected ways, but you can't focus on the how. When you focus on the how, you start getting into doubt, which ruins your frequency, which messes up the frequency of abundance, okay? Number 5, the 5th hack is aligned action. So act on the inspired action that you're getting when you start to listen, when your nervous system is calm, when you have faith that this is happening, when you really do believe that the universe is conspiring with you. And what I want to say along with that, because so much of the Divine Feminine collective that I work with in my business, we get a little bit too, what I hear a little bit too much is the like, it's just gonna manifest. No, okay? You do have to learn the skills on how to make money. And the universe is going to guide you to the mentors, to the skills, to the business model, to the thing that you need that will give you the money. Okay? So it will have to come through channels like that. And the reason it's designed that way is because you are meant to give more of you out into the world. And that only because you want more money, it actually inspires you to go out and do more things in the world. So it's actually designed that way. And you got to listen for the inspired action, take aligned action, and listen for the guidance for the business model or the program or the course you want to create, or, you know, the next level program that you want to give. Like, those hits, intuitions are coming to you because you're co-creating with the universe, and you got to listen and then take action. And that action might feel scary sometimes, but it's not going to just like poof, you know, like land in your bank account. I mean, it can. I'm not saying miracles like that don't happen, but it's not the point here. The point here is, like, you really do need to take some cool, happy, excited, aligned action once you start putting these tools in place. Okay, I love you. Those are my 5 hacks today. I hope they serve you. Send me comments below. Let me know. Lots of love. Manifest the shit out of some more money.